Today's video is 6 easy stretches you can do today to help improve your riding. This video is with Lene of Life with Horses TV. If you're not a subscriber to Life with Horses TV, go there, subscribe to Life with Horses TV, and hit the bell icon so you don't miss anything. So let's get started. Hi there, my name is Laura and I'm working with Lene of Life with Horses TV to get this video to you because I really think that stretching is important, help to get yourself more flexible and relaxed so that you can ride better. If you're not a subscriber to this channel, hit the subscribe button and the bell icon so you don't miss anything. So let's get started. Take it away, Lene.
In this video, we're going to go over some stretches that are good for your hips, your glutes, and your lower back. And when those muscles are tight, sometimes we can develop back problems, just stiffness in the lower back, stiffness throughout the glutes and in the hips, and that makes it harder to get on our horses when we're tight back there. So these exercises will help to loosen up those muscles, so it'll make it easier for us to get on our horses.
So make sure you stay tuned because she gives you some pro tips on how to keep your lower back supple, which is really important when you're riding, right?
These are a few of my favorite stretches that I believe help me with my riding and also make it easier to get on my horses. So if you see where my right hand is, that's the area of your hip flexors. You want to push into that area. If you do this here, where your leg is more perpendicular to the floor and you lean forward, you're not going to get the stretch that you could. So you want to raise your chin and your chest and think of pushing your hips forward into the hip flexor. The hip flexors are a group of muscles around the top of your thigh that connect your lower leg to your hip, and they're involved in just about every kind of movement that involves your lower leg, and I think this is a really good stretch for horse riders. I also read somewhere one time that your hip flexors are connected to your diaphragm, and as a fitness trainer I talk all the time about the diaphragm and breathing deep. Breathing deep is what brings you into the present, which does help improve your riding. The next pose here is called the pigeon pose. It's a yoga pose. It's good for tight hips because it stretches the hip rotators, which is the buttocks area, and the hip flexors, the ones we were just talking about in the hip flexor stretch. I'm going to show this one from a couple different angles so you can see the placement of your feet and how you can rotate your hips over to get more of a stretch, like right there. So now we're going to switch to the other side. You want to try to tuck your toe in front of your other leg. Then I like to try to lower my hips and then let my hips kind of fall to one side. And I think this is my stiffer side. You're going to have one side that's stiffer than the other, and just kind of ease yourself into it. If it does feel tight, you don't want to force it. You want to make sure that you're breathing. Sometimes when you try to force the stretch, you start to hold your breath and then your muscles don't really loosen up, then you're defeating the purpose. So you want to ease into any stretch that you're doing, especially if you're tight. Here are some other angles. This will just give you an idea if you've never done this pose before. See the toe placement on the right leg, and then we're going to see a different side here. This is my stiffer side. So again, take your time and let everything loosen up before you try to let your hips fall over. And if you have really tight hips, you might not be able to let your hips fall over, and that's okay. Just do what you can do. This next stretch is another really good stretch for your hips. You're going to cross your legs, place your heel up towards your knee, take the opposite hand and place on the other knee, and you're going to slightly push that knee away from you. You should feel a stretch in your hip when you do that. If you're really tight, again, don't force it. You want to just kind of ease into it, and then you're going to switch sides and do the same thing on the opposite side. And again, here you're taking your left hand and pushing your knee away from you. If you want a little bit more stretch, you can take your other hand and hold your heel and kind of pull your heel towards you, but you should feel a really good stretch in your hips when you do this. Here you can see how I'm grabbing my heel, pulling my heel towards me and pushing with my right hand my knee away from me. This next stretch is a really good stretch for your lower back. You're going to extend one leg out and you're going to take the opposite leg and pull that knee towards your chest. And try to do your switch like this rather than extending the leg down that you're pulling towards your chest. Bring your other leg up first before you switch legs and let the other one down. That just kind of protects your lower back a little bit more, and the other way will put more pressure on your back. This next stretch is another stretch for your lower back. In this one, you're going to pull both knees in and pull them towards your chest and push down at the same time. So you're not just pulling them in to make your back round and your hips lift off the ground a little bit. You're holding your knees in and pushing down, almost to kind of flatten your back. And you can hold this with your hands gripped together, or you can hold each knee separately like this. And sometimes when I do this, I like to hold my knees in and I'll rock back and forth just a little bit. It just really relaxes me and my back and loosens everything up. For the last stretch, you're going to lower both feet to the mat. You're going to extend one leg out. You're going to tuck your toe on the back of your knee and twist your lower body one way and your upper body the opposite way. And for more of a stretch, you can take your hand and press that knee towards the ground. Now we're going to change sides, and you'll be able to see from this angle where you tuck your toe behind your knee. And you're just going to do the opposite of what you just did. You're going to twist your lower body the other way, and your upper body goes in the opposite direction. And you also look in the same direction as your upper body. So again, you use that other arm to place on your knee to push that knee to the ground if you need more of a stretch. And you're probably going to have one side tighter than the other. Make sure you don't try to force your tighter side. Just ease into it and the muscles will loosen if you take your time. I hope these stretches help you like they do me. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already so you don't miss any future videos. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.
So I hope that you can use these stretches in your next ride, before your next ride, so that you can get more flexible and more comfortable and get on your horse better. My name is Laura. Remember to subscribe to this channel and go see Lene at Life with Horses TV so that you can get your riding better. Remember now, go hug your horse and you can use this stuff. Go use this stuff. See ya. Bye.